You know, with 50, and if you know 50 or you've been around 50, everything is loyalty with 50. You're loyal to him, he's loyal to you. And like Meech said, he'll take the shirt off his back for you, and he's helped
because
so
he's
many
a cancer.
and he'll help so many people in the industry that he never talks about. He's gave so many people money behind the scenes. So when people switch sides like that, there is no off.
Yo, what's poppin', YouTube fam? Welcome back to the channel because things just went nuclear in the celebrity world. We are diving headfirst into a beef so explosive, it's gonna leave you shook. We're talking about the tangled web of drama, loyalty, and straight-up betrayal between Lil Meech, 50 Cent, and the ever-looming shadow of Rick Ross. How did Lil Meech blow through $5 million he made off BMF? They say that boy was single-handedly keeping Chrome Hearts in business. This ain't just a squabble, folks. This is a cautionary tale about money, loyalty, and how fast things can unravel in the cutthroat entertainment industry. Buckle up, because this is gonna be a wild ride.
How did Lil Meech blow through the $5 million that he made off BMF? They said that boy was buying every Chrome Heart made to man.
You know 50 Cent, and if you know anything about 50, you know loyalty is everything. You ride with him, he rides for you. People close to Meech have said 50 would literally give you the shirt off his back. He's helped countless people in this industry quietly, behind the scenes, no fanfare. So when someone flips the script on 50, let's just say there is no off switch. And Lil Meech, he was sitting on a golden ticket courtesy of 50 Cent himself, star of BMF, son of the infamous Big Meech, living the high life off a roll 50 basically handed him, millions in the bank, fame, everything at his fingertips. But things were about to take a seriously dark turn.
From what I've seen, because I remember when Lil Meech was rapping, nobody helped him, and then 50 put him in acting suit, kept it on the low, and he made all this money.
I wasn't going to address this, because I'm not trying to let nobody trick me off the streets. But I never folded, never told, never will. Death before dishonor, always with me.
The fuse was lit the moment Big Meech, fresh out of prison after doing serious time, decided to link up with Rick Ross. That was the spark that ignited this whole inferno. 50 Cent predictably went ballistic. Accusations of snitching, shade thrown left and right. The OG beef between 50 and Ross, simmering for decades, suddenly boiled over. But this time it wasn't just about them. It dragged in Big Meech, and more importantly his son, Lil Meech, the BMF star, the guy 50 Cent had put on the map. Talk about a pressure cooker ready to explode.
They charged me $200,000 just for this Cuban. This Cuban is like 1,100 grams. It's chunky, real big. I really can't have this on for longer than 3 or 4 hours. My neck started hurting. You know, you might find a regular Cuban for 50 or for 100 maybe, but you know, it's 200 just for a kilo.
What's the pendant cost at?
3, just for the pendant. Right here, this is Antarctica. This is the big boy. This is Christine called it Antarctica. This is the chandelier. I might have seen DJ Khaled with this on. It's that big boy, you know.
How much is it gonna cost?
$2 million.
Caught in the blast radius was Lil Meech, trying to navigate a situation that was destined to blow up in his face. He attempted the impossible, walking a tightrope between loyalty to 50 Cent, the man who made him, and family ties to his father, Big Meech, now cozying up to 50's sworn enemy. He was texting 50, playing the loyal soldier, swearing he was still Team 50. Nah, this ain't my beef, I'm still with you fam, he probably typed, fingers crossed behind his back. He thought he could play peacemaker, keep both sides happy, keep that BMF paycheck rolling in from 50, and still support his dad. But in the world of hip-hop beef, especially when 50 Cent is involved, honey, there ain't no neutral ground, there ain't no Switzerland. You're either with him or you're against him. And Lil Meech was about to learn that lesson the hard way. Because that whole loyalty act, it vanished faster than you can say Power Book 6 influence. Poof, gone. Almost immediately after those supposed loyal texts to 50, Lil Meech does a complete 180. He's suddenly in Miami, cheesing hard, flexing even harder. And who's he posing with? Rick Ross, of course. And not just Ross, but the one and only Floyd Money Mayweather. Remember that video? Charge me $200,000 just for this Cuban? Boasting about $1 million jewelry, flashing obscene wealth alongside 2 of 50 Cent's biggest rivals. Miami, the ultimate flex city, became the stage for Lil Meech's very public betrayal. It was a calculated slap in the face to 50 Cent, and everybody knew it. He wasn't just supporting his dad anymore, he was actively choosing sides, and he was choosing 50's enemies. That tightrope act, shattered into a million pieces, scattered across South Beach. Now let's talk about Rick Ross for a minute, because he's playing a major and seriously shady role in this whole mess. Word on the street, and a lot of people are seeing it clearly now, is that Ross was never genuinely trying to help Big Meech out of the goodness of his heart. Nah, that ain't Rose's style. It was all about the clout, baby. Pure and simple. Rick Ross saw an opportunity, plain and simple. He saw a chance to stick it to 50 Cent to reignite their beef and to boost his own profile by associating himself with the legendary Big Meech in the BMF brand. He knew linking up with Meech would get headlines, would get people talking, would get him back in the spotlight. It was a calculated power move, using Meech as a pawn in his ongoing chess match with 50. And Lil Meech and Big Meech, they walked right into it. They might have thought Ross was a genuine ally, someone who had their back, someone offering real support. But in reality, Ross was just using them to take shots at 50, to fuel his own agenda. And now that the initial hype has died down, now that the headlines have moved on, the Meeches are probably realizing they got played, used for clout, and then tossed aside like yesterday's news. But honestly, you gotta have some sympathy for Lil Meech. Not really. Because even if Ross played him, Meech played himself way harder. Remember that BMF bag? The millions he made from starring in 50's show? Word is, he fumbled it completely, and utterly fumbled it. Blew through $5 million in just 3 years with nothing to show for it but designer clothes, jewelry, and a rumored whip it habit. $5 million gone just like that. Talk about a financial disaster class. So Lil Meech posts that real power pic with Ross and Mayweather, thinking he's flexing, thinking he's getting under 50's skin. Oh, he definitely got 50's attention, alright, but not in the way Meech probably hoped. 50 Cent, the king of petty, the master of online warfare, was not about to let that slide, not for a second. 50 fired back instantly, and with maximum savagery. He reposted that clip of Lil Meech with Ross and just went straight for the jugular. He clowned Lil Meech relentlessly, mocking that whole Miami flex, and then he dropped that line about sending Big Meech wings in prison. Yo, tell your pops I'm a lookout. What's the address? I'ma send him some wings over there. Pure, unadulterated disrespect. 50 was basically saying Ross's support was a joke, that Meech was down bad, and that all Ross was offering was some cheap fast food, cold-blooded. But that wings comment, that was just the tip of the iceberg. Because 50 wasn't just clowning Lil Meech, he was doubling down on his main attack against Big Meech, the snitching accusations. Remember, this whole beef started when 50 went full scorched earth, pushing this narrative that Big Meech was a rat, a federal informant, and he wasn't letting up, not even a little bit. 50 kept hammering home the snitch angle, posting memes, dropping supposed evidence, claiming he had court documents proving Big Meech cooperated with the feds. He was relentless, trying to cement this image of Big Meech as a snitch in the public consciousness. And while Big Meech denied it, while he tried to defend his name, 50's accusations were definitely doing damage, tainting Meech's comeback narrative. Casting a dark shadow over his release from prison, 50 was playing for keeps and he was playing dirty. Now, caught in the middle of this explosive beef was Lil Meech. And when 50 Cent started blasting Big Meech with those snitching accusations, Lil Meech noticed something that sent a chill down his spine. 50 had unfollowed him on Instagram. Unfollowed. In celebrity beef world, that's like DEFCON 1. That's a public declaration of war. Lil Meech, realizing his main source of income, his BMF gig, was potentially in jeopardy, panicked. He immediately slid into 50's DMs, trying to do some serious damage control. He was texting 50, pleading his case, trying to clear the air to salvage their relationship. And those texts, they were desperate to say the least. He was telling 50, yo, this ain't my beef, that's with my dad. I'm still loyal to you. I ain't got no love for Rick Ross. F*** Rick Ross. He was throwing Ross under the bus, trying to distance himself from his dad's alliance, anything to appease 50. He even swore on his loyalty, saying, I would take my shirt off my back for you, 50. Don't treat me like an enemy, I've always been loyal. He was basically begging for forgiveness, trying to remind 50 of their bond, their past loyalty. But 50 Cent, ice cold, stone cold, he wasn't having it. He wasn't buying Lil Meech's desperate pleas, wasn't reciprocating that energy, wasn't offering any reassurance. Instead, he hinted very publicly that Lil Meech's role in BMF might not be so secure anymore, that his spot on the show was in danger. That's when Lil Meech, realizing his main money train was about to pull out of the station without him, decided to flip the script again and go full defiance mode. That loyalty act gone. Miami flex with Ross and Mayweather incoming. Now let's talk about why Lil Meech was so desperate to hold onto that BMF gig, why losing 50 Cent's favor was such a devastating blow, because word on the street is Lil Meech is broke. He blew through his entire BMF fortune in record time, living that flashy, unsustainable lifestyle. We're talking millions, y'all. Millions of dollars gone in just a few short years, with nothing to show for it. No investments, no businesses, no smart financial moves. Just a mountain of designer clothes, iced out jewelry, and a party boy reputation. He was flexing custom chrome hearts jeans, bragging about dropping $2 million on a watch, while allegedly struggling to pay his bills. Insanity. And to make matters even worse, 50 Cent's G-Unit OG Tony Yayo just piled on the pressure, publicly calling out Lil Meech for his financial irresponsibility and his entitled attitude. Yayo went on Vlad TV and didn't hold back, saying Meech was acting like he was owed something, expecting handouts even from the likes of Lil Baby. Can you believe the audacity? Yayo said Meech was out here begging for cash while simultaneously dropping $100,000 on a pair of jeans. $100,000 on jeans while asking for handouts. The hypocrisy is mind-boggling. The disconnect from reality is staggering. But hold up, because here's where 50 Cent just dropped another absolute bombshell. Another truth grenade that just detonated this whole situation even further. According to 50, Big Meech, Lil Meech's own father, was actually jealous of the bond he had with Lil Meech. Jealous, why? Because in 50's own words, 50 was a better father figure to Lil Meech than Big Meech himself ever was. And it doesn't stop there. Because 50 wasn't done airing out Lil Meech's dirty laundry. 50 also claimed that Lil Meech was showing up to the BMF set high, under the influence, jeopardizing the entire production, and that it was him, 50 Cent, not Big Meech, who actually stepped in to help Lil Meech get clean, to address his substance abuse issues. 50 didn't just confront him about it, he allegedly paid for Lil Meech's rehab, footing the bill after finding out Meech was allegedly hooked on whippets. Laughing gas, 50 even wrote in a since deleted Instagram post, "I thought about it." So, what's the real story here? Did Lil Meech fumble his own bag? Or was he just another pawn in the game? Then 50 really laid it out. "I think he was uncomfortable with me and Meech's relationship. I'm telling Meech not to do drugs. He's telling him he used to do X like it's cool. I tell Meech to chill, stop spending all his money. He telling him how much he blew." That's 50 Cent, unfiltered, laying out the raw, uncomfortable truth as he sees it. And the rabbit hole goes even deeper, because people don't realize 50 was allegedly the one who had to send Lil Meech to rehab in the first place. According to 50, even actor Russell Hornsby, who plays Meech's dad on BMF, saw the issue firsthand when Meech showed up to set high as hell. It got so bad, 50 claims, that Lil Meech actually started throwing up during a weapons test scene, completely unable to function. Then 50 says Ian, another crew member, told 50 that Lil Meech had Whippets nitrous oxide canisters stashed in his truck on set. 50's reaction: "What the F *** is Whippets?" He had to Google it, look it up, and realize it's that same nitrous oxide, laughing gas that B and BB, his characters on Power, were known to use. So where does Lil Meech go from here? He's burned bridges with 50 Cent. He's alienated fans, he's reportedly broke, and he's facing serious accusations about substance abuse and financial mismanagement. It's a complete and utter disaster. He's in full panic mode, realizing the magnitude of his mistakes. Really realizing just how badly he messed up. Sources say he's venting non-stop, furious at Rick Ross for allegedly playing him, for using his dad for clout, and then disappearing when the smoke cleared. He's realizing Ross was never a real ally, never had his back, and now Meech is left picking up the pieces, facing a very uncertain future. He's reportedly scrambling to rebuild his image, reaching out to old industry connects, trying to convince people he's not down bad, that he still has big things lined up. But let's be real, ain't nobody buying it. Fans are saying he brought this all on himself, that he's reaping what he sowed. 50 Cent is radio silent, not offering any lifeline. And Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather, they're nowhere to be seen. Lil Meech is alone, facing the consequences of his choices. Woo, talk about a messy situation, right? This Lil Meech, 50 Cent, Rick Ross drama is a wild ride, and it's far from over. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Who do you think is in the right? Is there any hope for Lil Meech to bounce back? Let's get the conversation going. If you dug this deep dive into celebrity drama, make sure you smash that like button. Share this video with anyone who needs to hear this cautionary tale. And most importantly, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single update as this story continues to unfold. We'll be here, keeping it real, bringing you all the tea, all the drama, all the exclusive insights you crave.